The Cards have lost 8 straight. They haven't won since mid-December. Something's going to give.
Yeah, both teams need a win. Boston College looking to take care of home court. We're going to see one of the top scorers in the ACC on display tonight for Louisville. Ellis and Quinten Post has been playing great for Boston College as of late.
And the tip is controlled by Louisville. And Ellis has the basketball, averaging 17.8 per game. His last 5, he has been a dynamic presence as the Eagles start out man-to-man. Louisville offense has been at a premium for them as they drain the shot clock, and the shot is off the line, and the rebound for Elite Bay as BC tries to push the tempo, something you expect to see all night.
Yeah, and I think also get Quinten Post involved with the offense early. His last 2 games, he has been well in double digits. Right here, you can see Boston College trying to get him a touch in the paint.
Zackery for 3 for the Eagles. And he's had trouble shooting 3, much like the rest of the team. They're only 29% from three-point land. As you look at the starting lineups, that's 4 forwards for Louisville. The only technical guard is Ellis.
I think the key thing, after speaking with head coach Kenny Payne today at shoot-around, turnovers for Louisville, and then trying to find that third option to go along with Ellis and Mike James.
Elite Bay with a rebound for the Eagles. A freshman from Minneapolis. Here's Jaeden Zackery. 3rd on BC in scoring as he gets doubled. Elite Bay hoists the 3. And the board tracked down by Jalen Withers. 2 overzealous with a shot.
And Earl Grant talked about this. Said, look, we must be more patient on offense. Get a couple of ball swings. You don't want to hoist the 3 early in the shot clock.
And there's another 3 attempt by Jalen Withers, who's been inconsistent for the Cards. 12 assists and 42 turnovers. And there's a turnover for BC by DeMar Langford. Louisville scouting report, they have been snake bitten for that man, their first-year coach, Kenny Payne. 4 one-point losses.
Yeah, and I think the thing that he's talked about, and you saw it today in their shoot-around, little things, turnovers, missed assignments on defense. He said we're certainly looking to correct those things, but he said the biggest thing for them has been the turnovers. You look at their numbers in ACC play, 73 assists and 135 turnovers. That number needs to change.
As the game remains scoreless, Earl Grant, like the shooting the last 9 games, 7 steals, feisty defense, 13 forced turnovers. Similar to Louisville, they can get off kilter on the offensive end too.
Yeah, I think 3-point shooting, that's been the struggle for Boston College. You talked about it. Not a great 3-point shooting team. They only make 4 threes per game. They need to get out in transition before this Louisville defense can get set up.
Yeah, the Eagles hoping they didn't leave the 3-point shot in South Bend Saturday. They hit a season-best 11 in 19 attempts. And this guy had 4 of them. That's not a 3-pointer, but a 2-pointer for Quinten Post. And 29 and 14 at Notre Dame, a career-high 29 points. He has ignited their offense since coming back from a foot injury.
And that's why he becomes a matchup problem for opposing teams. That's a 7-footer. He'll step out and shoot 3s. He also can go down low in the post.
Here's your first 3 of the night for Mike James on the wing, and he's one of your spotlight players. He had a 24-8 game earlier, and he's averaging 8.9 points, shooting 43%.
In his last 5 games, though, he has really been playing well. 14 points a game and shooting 46% from the 3-point line. That's a breakdown for Boston College. They got to do a better job.
That was a terrific pass by Jaeden Zackery for the flush and Quinten Post. Louisville's concerned about defending the post.
Yeah, and that's great pick-and-roll action. That time, Zackery, a nice read and fit a dish down low to post.
Kenny Payne told us earlier that we need to play desperate on defense. What does that mean?
Yeah, I think that right there, your rotations, it has to be a quicker sense of urgency. But this guy right here.
Ellis, he can hit from anywhere. What does BC have to do to neutralize him on defense?
Well, I think you cannot give him open looks. I think that's the thing right there. He's a guy that's a volume scorer.
Here comes James in transition on Zackery with the lay-in despite the contention by two defenders.
That's great body control, and he is a guy we talked about in his last 5 games that he's been playing well. Both he and Ellis are great at in transition, playing through contact. That's a big-time finish.
Ashton-Langford with a 3. He's a 1,000-point scorer after reaching that mark at Notre Dame. And he drains another one for BC. Ashton-Langford, 766 points in his BC career after spending a couple years for Ed Cooley at Providence. Almost a giveaway by Jalen Withers. Zips the pass. And there's a 3 by Mike James. He is smooth, isn't he?
And that, again, that's just the breakdown, understanding the scouting report. He's a guy that has been shooting really well, 46% from the three-point line the last 5 games. Cannot give him any open looks. Mike James continues.
James has 8 of the first 11 points for the Cardinals.
And it's been really, you look at the ball movement, take a look at some previous clips for him. His jump shot over the last 5 games, we talked about it, over 40% from the three-point line. He does a nice job in transition, playing through contact. He's a guy that can score on all 3 levels. He has been one of the bright spots for this Louisville team and Coach Kenny Payne.
And we talk a lot about teams rebuilding culture. Earl Grant trying to do it in his 2nd year. Kenny Payne trying to do it in his 1st year. He says it's all about playing to a standard at Louisville. They've been there in the past. He knows what it takes. He's been part of championship teams. It's a matter of getting guys to buy in.
And that's what he said. Look, we need to get back to that. It's already been done. The blueprint is there. I know what it feels like and looks like, and we're trying to get back to that. It was really good to see him operate and shoot around today. Really, the attention to detail he's getting these guys. Biggest thing, sharing the ball like this right here, going left to right, and then cutting down on the turnovers.
But Pat Driscoll, the veteran official, calls an offensive foul. That one is against Curry, his first. And Curry's lost a lot of weight. That's been used to his advantage, but too much of TJ Bickerstaff.
Yeah, that time lowered the shoulder right in front of the referee. And again, I like the idea, though. That time ball moved left to right. They got him isolated down low on the block. And just lowered his shoulder there, though.
Here's Devin McLaughlin to DeMar Langford. And the rebound snared by McLaughlin for a minute, but out of bounds. McLaughlin, an industrious rebounder, averages more than 6 per game. He's one of the top performers off ACC benches.
Yeah, that right there, though, again, a good look off of nice ball movement. That's a pretty wide open look from the corner, but that's been the Achilles heel for Boston College. With the exception of their last game, they've really struggled shooting the 3 ball. Again, only 4 made 3s per game in conference play.
So the Eagles with Ashton-Langford in the backcourt with Jaeden Zackery, DeMar Langford, Devin McLaughlin, TJ Bickerstaff. They're 5 for the moment. Here's Ellis. Fake 3, good up fake by Withers. Had a good look. Here comes Zackery in transition. 1-on-3, the dump off. Bickerstaff smothered.
That's really good transition D by Louisville. Breaking up a fast break opportunity for Boston College.
Deep 3, Jaeden Zackery. The cold continues to invade the BC three-point game. They're 1 for 6 from distance. Ellis directing traffic with a screen. Withers. And out of bounds. Good decision by Withers to drive.
Yeah, that was a nice head fake right here, though. We're going to take a look at good transition D. This was an emphasis today when we spoke with Coach Kenny Payne. He said, look, we must do a good job keeping Boston College out of transition. That's a great job. All 5 guys sprinting back and breaking up a fast break opportunity for Boston College.
Jalen Withers has been a riddle for the Louisville coaching staff. They say they need to unlock his consistency.
Yeah, they need that third guy. Again, we talked about it. Ellis, one of the top scorers in the ACC. Mike James has come on as of late, but they need to find that third or fourth guy to be consistent and give them a more consistent offensive threat.
Complementary scoring, something that Louisville needs more of. There's the drive now. Great pass and the reverse for the red-hot Mike James. Good job by Trainer off their bench to find James.
And I think it's all set up, though, by their spacing. The ball is moving left to right. They have Boston College spread out, and now they're not settling for jumpers, and they're getting some nice driving lanes. And that's something Boston College needs to do on the offensive end. Don't settle for jumpers. Try to get the ball into the paint.
Pretty spin move by Ashton-Langford. Here's Mason Madsen, gets bumped. No foul as he hoisted the three. Madsen, the Cincinnati transfer. Ellis in transition, and that was easy. Uncontested layup for Ellis. And the Eagles struggling on both ends of the floor. Louisville riding a 7-0 run. They've also scored 6 buckets in their last. He has to do a better job on the defensive end communicating, Malcolm.
Yeah, they do. Right here, this is a breakdown. No help, and then that's just too easy. Uncontested reverse layup. I think the biggest issue right now, ball screens. Nobody talks. Nobody hedges on that ball screen right there, and that's another easy, uncontested layup for Ellis. You can see the difference right now. They're getting open looks. Louisville.
It's all about James. It's all about Ellis. They have 15 points. And those 3 guys, New York Knicks in attendance. They'll be playing the Celtics at the Garden tomorrow. Randall Barrett and Quickly. Not a bad unit watching their former assistant, Kenny Payne, who was on the New York Knicks sideline for the last 2 years before coming to Louisville. He
has been around a guy that's well respected within the coaching ranks and by his players. And I like this changeup. They go to a 1-3-1, it looks like zone, and it's confused Boston College.
Good adjustment made by Kenny Payne. He said we have to keep BC out of the post. No pun intended. Quinten Post, who has 4 of the Eagles' 7 points. And Saturdays are for college basketball on ACCN and the ESPN app. This week we have a quadruple doubleheader starting at 1 Eastern with NC State Wake Forest. And Kyle Filipowski leads Duke against Georgia Tech, followed by Hunter Tyson and number 19 Clemson taking on Florida State. The day's capped off by Syracuse and Virginia Tech. Should be a phenomenal afternoon and evening of hoops on ACC Network.
And the referees stop play. We got a veteran crew: Ron Groover, Pat Driscoll, Tommy Morrissey. Groover and Driscoll, 7 combined Final Fours. I like that. They don't call a foul. They see the game is getting chippy in the post, blow the whistle and tell guys knock it off. If it continues, then we are going to call some fouls. Excellent job of officiating, trying to clean this game up early.
Percy Miller with the ball, 15 in black for the Cardinals. There's a drive and a lay-in by Jalen Withers, who's been aggressive seeking his shot.
Tough. Degree of difficulty off the charts right there. Not bad D. That's just a great roll and a guy playing through contact. And right now, Louisville's got it going offensively.
As you saw at the bottom of your screen, a big note: largest lead in ACC play, 10 points at this juncture for Louisville. They are 0-8 in conference, but a bit deceiving because they have played better lately.
They have, and I think the biggest thing, and it was a theme in their shoot-around practice, ball movement and taking care of the ball. And then, as you said, Kenny Payne told us, look, we have to play with a sense of desperation and urgency on defense. I think the biggest thing for them, they have some guys that can score when they don't turn it over. Early on, they've done a nice job being patient, spacing the floor, and then they've been getting some high percentage looks.
And their offense has ticked up, 67 points per game in the last 10. Field goal percentage, 3-point field goal percentage, and points to the paint. So all around, it might not reflect in their record, but overall, they're a better offensive team in the last 10. And Ellis is a huge part of that.
One of the top scorers in the ACC. He's a guy that can score on all 3 levels. Again, just too easy. That's just another straight line drive. He beats Makai Ashton-Langford, a really good defender. And the help is late for Boston College.
Post for a 3. Way off. Here comes Ellis. He will hold, waiting for the rest of the team to catch up. Eagles shooting 25%. Mike James blocked by Ashton-Langford. That's the feisty defense you're looking for, but Ellis uncontested again.
Yeah, this right here again, the help is late, and if you're Boston College in that situation, you have to come over, give up the three, but good recovery that time by Makai Ashton-Langford. You're going to need more of that.
And a steal by Jaeden Zackery with numbers to Prince Aligbe. And he lays it in. Louisville was riding a 16-3 run before that hoop.
And Kenny Payne not happy right there. Again, that's what he's talked about. Cannot turn the ball over and give up points off of turnovers.
16 turnovers per game for the Cards. Trainer, Aligbe controls. Here comes Jaeden Zackery. Transfer from Chipola Junior College. The hop, skip, and the jump. A Euro step by the pride of Amsterdam, Quinten Post.
Last two games, averaging 23 points a game, 9 rebounds. Quinten Post, the 7-footer for Boston College.
And another turnover for the Cards. Post has 6. And this was unorthodox, but effective.
And this is why, again, he has become a matchup problem. That's a 7-footer doing a little Euro step. He can knock down threes, so you have to respect his jumper. And you look at what he did, career high versus Notre Dame, 29 points.
I love the fact he's the all-time leader in three-pointers by a 7-footer in BC history. Nate Dornekamp. Record broken by Quinten Post. 17 three-pointers. What a luxury, though, for Earl Grant to utilize the three for Quinten Post. And a blocking foul on Makai Ashton-Langford. Good call.
I'd like to see it again. Again, we have the luxury of doing this right here, breaking it down. Yeah, no, I think that's a good call. He was moving. I thought he might have been set, but you see he's coming out, and now he's moving back over to his right. So, again, I think that's a good call. And the key thing with refs, positioning. He's in great position to see the movement prior to the charge.
What a spin, but a block by Ashton-Langford on Ellis. And Quinten Post is down for a moment.
Let's see what happened here. Spin. They both now, again, hard to see from that angle if they collided.
He got poked in the eye and the face and checking to see whether there's some blood. Hopefully he's okay, but Ellis, Quinten Post.
And I think it's a good call by the ref. Again, you're looking for intent. He's not swinging his arm. I think it's an inadvertent hit to the face. And obviously, certainly that's a tough break, though, for Boston College, having Post out of the game. As you take a look at what he has done over the last 2 games, getting back healthy, the 7-footer does so much for them. Obviously offensively, but his presence defensively huge for Boston College as well.
He was calling for the mask. But you're not going to go there at this point as BC comes up with a basketball. So Louisville's getting sloppy in the last 2 minutes. Why is that happening?
Again, Kenny Payne did not, that's words, he did not make excuses for these guys. He said, look, a lot of these are unforced turnovers. That one right there, again, not much pressure. That's just careless with the ball. And certainly, he said, that's something that we must clean up. Otherwise, when they don't turn it over, they've had great spacing, and then they get some good looks.
Ashton-Langford with the foul line jumper. Eagles have made 3 of their last 11 shots as they have snuck back in.
He is the glue. He is the heart of this team. Makai Ashton-Langford, he's the leader, and they're going to need him.
What a pass by Trainer to Withers, a willing participant.
Well, right now, what's going on defensively, Boston College on their screens, they have to do a better job communicating.
And DeMar Langford left his feet. That's an offensive foul on Langford. He was out of control and crashed to the floor, and a bewildered Earl Grant.
Well, this has got to be a jump stop jumper right here. Again, you get by the initial defender. That's great team defense. Help side, he's sitting there waiting. And then on the other side, Boston College, again, that needs to be communication right there. There's a screen right there. That time, though, it looks like Langford just got beat. I'm not sure he really got screened. You have to be on the other side there. That's just too easy for Louisville, getting another uncontested layup.
Here comes Mike James, having a good night. Louisville shooting 53%. For the season, they're at 40%. Pat Driscoll calls a foul on Jaeden Zackery as Quinten Post. They go to the mask as he starts to tinker with it, trying to get back in the game. You ever play with a mask?
It would bother me. I tried it one time and I pulled it off within the first minute putting it on. That's just really tough to shoot with.
I can imagine. Disruptive.
Although the technology is much different back when I played. As we take a look at Ellis.
Long range, Malcolm Huckabee, for Ellis. He has 10 points, one of 2 Cardinals in double figures. James and Ellis combining for 20 of their 24. Withers with the other 4. Prince Aligbe, freshman, won the Cornell game in their opener with a tip in the late stages. And a foul on the Cards. Here's our women's college basketball quadruple header on Sunday. Louisville-Syracuse at noon Eastern. Then the 16th-ranked Blue Devils take on Florida State, followed by the 15th-ranked Tar Heels and Clemson at 4. Then to cap the day, it's number 12 Virginia Tech and Virginia. Should be another terrific afternoon of hoops on ACCN and the ESPN app. Now you could pull off that mask, couldn't you?
I'm trying to figure out what's the outfit, but as we take a look, Jaeden Zackery and Earl Grant clapping that decision right there. It's the applause for Quinten Post back on the bench, but this is what Boston College needs more of. Stop settling for jumpers. Right now, you're 1 of 8 from the three-point line. They've settled for some jumpers, and Earl Grant talked about that. Don't shoot the first open one. You might, just because you're open, that doesn't mean you need to let it fly right away. Try to continue to make Louisville work on a defense, swings, and then try to get the ball into paint.
After the foul on Ellis, first 2 free throw attempts of the game for either squad. Louisville's largest lead was 12, almost a steal by Ashton-Langford. And now a giveaway. Here comes Mason Matson, who leads BC in threes with 21. Aligbe, nice pass. McLaughlin, and a foul. Good ball movement. That's what Earl Grant's looking for.
All set up by their defense. Makai Ashton-Langford with the steal and the nice interior passing. The freshman to McLaughlin.
The foul was on Zan Payne, who's the son of Louisville coach Kenny Payne. Payne, a transfer from Kentucky, has appeared in 13 games. You see free throw shooting, they've left points at the line, 70% as a team. McLaughlin's been a good addition.
He has. He's given them some nice minutes. Again, Earl Grant was trying to find out his rotation with Quinten Post out early in the season. And McLaughlin did some really good things for them. Another guy that he can put in.
Ellis to Payne. Trainer. And contention again. Ashton-Langford transition. Lays it in. Well done by BC, all triggered by the defense.
Yeah, again, exactly what Boston College wants to do. pressure Louisville, and then get out in transition.
That's 7 points off 7 Louisville turnovers.
This is the matchup right here. Makai Ashton-Langford versus Ellis.
Wow, what a shot. My goodness. Ellis, the reaction says it all. He has 13 points. He averages 18.
I said it at the top. One of the top scorers in the ACC. That's a big-time, deep contested three.
He's a 33% three-point shooter. And out of bounds off of Louisville with 13 to shoot for the Eagles.
Well, this right here is going to be the formula for Boston College to get back into this game. But this guy right here, not bad D. That's just the 4th leading scorer in the ACC making a play.
But the Eagles counter, so they're swapping baskets. As Makai Ashton-Langford has 9 points.
Well, pick and roll defense is going to be huge right here for Ellis. The bigs need to do a good job for Boston College, hedging on the ball screens.
Good screen by Sidney Curry. And a foul on Devin McLaughlin. The inbounds pass by BC. Effective.
And again, not much communication right here. Nice little inbounds underneath, or out of bounds underneath by Boston College. Problematic though, Louisville's done a nice job offensively, spacing and then getting some high percentage shots off of excellent ball movement early on in this game.
Quinten Post getting set to check in. Curry down the lane with a thunder slam.
That one right there could show up on SportsCenter. My goodness, he almost ripped the rim off.
But the bucket swap continues with Makai Ashton-Langford, who's in double figures with 11. Sidney Curry trying to reshape his body, grabs the rebound and puts it in with an N1 situation. Boy, if they can get that out of Curry, he could be that 3rd scorer they're looking for. But Malcolm Huckabee, look at the rim rattler for Louisville.
The screws in this rim right here. Sidney Curry almost ripping the rim off. Excellent ball fake. And then the next time down on the offensive glass, grown man move. 4 Boston College players around him, showing off the great upper body strength. And we spoke with Coach Kenny Payne. He said, look, we're looking to find that 3rd or 4th option to go along with Mike James and Ellis. And right now, Sidney Curry doing a nice job giving them some offense, that time on the offensive glass and putback.
As they adjust the mask of Quinten Post. Checks back in. A couple minutes ago went down with some issues with the face after getting sprayed by an elbow. And he grabs the rebound. Curry can't complete the 3-point play. Louisville has controlled it from the tip. BC disjointed on the defensive end of the floor, allowing the Cards to shoot 59% and 5 for 9 from 3. TJ Bickerstaff gets doubled for a moment, but draws contact. Foul is on Mike James. That's his first.
Well, this is better offensively for Boston College. The ball swung left to right. And Earl Grant talked about this. We have to control the pace and then be patient on offense. If we're not able to get out in transition and be opportunistic, offensively, we must move the ball. It can't stick. That was probably one of their better offensive possessions in the first half.
Bickerstaff's only a 55% free throw shooter. They'd like his offense to continue to evolve. He's only averaging 6 points. What does he have to do to get better?
Well, I think that right there, again, it needs to be off of ball movement. He's one of the better rebounders in the ACC. I think it comes down to Boston College being patient and then the ball not sticking on one side of the floor. Get him rolling to the basket. See if you can get some interior passing like you did on that last play.
BC hasn't led since they're up 4-3 with 16.5 minutes to play in the half. Ellis, good pass. Curry again. He's gaining position on the block.
And that's great. Again, recognition and entry pass. It's all set up by the post entry pass and the brush screen. Again, they're getting Curry some nice looks.
He scored the last 6 cards points. Ashton-Langford, the fadeaway from the elbow. He's not shy.
Oh, they're trading buckets right now. Offensively, they're getting some good looks. Defensively, though, they're having problems. Last 3 possessions, it's been Curry. They got to do a better job getting him outside the paint and keeping him off the offensive glass.
Patson guarding Mike James, but he still takes it. And it's tapped to Ashton-Langford. Zackery takes the 3. And out of bounds off of Quinten Post. We've seen some amazing fans across the ACC, and now we need your help. This winter, ACC Network wants to experience each sport from your perspective. So snap a pic or take a video and tag it with the hashtag #AllTheDevotion and post it to your social. You just might see it on ACCN. Good crowd of students. Late night at Connie Forum. Created some buzz in the building.
And right now, though, Boston College 1 of 9 from the 3-point line. That's one of the few mistakes. Jaeden Zackery, that time a little quick to shoot that 3. Really no need to do that in transition. Try to, again, work the ball around, get a higher percentage shot.
And Pat Driscoll was all over the hand check by Ellis. Ellis grabbed the defender and picked up his 2nd foul.
Yeah, again, right in front of the ref. That's an easy one for them to make. Now, again, you can make the argument, call that one. But this right here, yeah, that's a clear hook. Right in front of the refs. That's an easy call for them to make.
And our first half highlights and stats. Kenny Payne has to be very pleased with what he's seen.
Yeah, again, it's been a really good ball movement. Defensively, they forced Boston College into some contested shots. And I like this changeup right here. Out of the timeout, Louisville goes to a zone. Boston College has been struggling shooting the ball. Try to keep them out of the paint and force another contested 3.
Knifing through is Ashton-Langford. Post corrals the offensive rebound. And he'll take the 3. Here comes Ashton-Langford. Athleticism at a premium. He goes from right to left with 15 points. Ellis against Zackery. Eagles man-to-man. There's the drive. And the true bounce. He has not missed throughout the first half. Ellis, 6 for 7, 3 for 3 from distance.
And Jaeden Zackery and Makai Ashton-Langford, 2 pretty good defenders. Ellis has just been in the paint, really, in this first half. That's just a blow-by and a beautiful pull-up jumper floater over the 7-footer.
ACC is guard heavy. Many great guards in the league, and Ellis is certainly one of them. Good hustle by Bickerstaff to find Post for the slam. What are you doing on defense in the last 16 seconds?
Well, you got to keep this guy with the ball in his hands. Ellis, you need to keep him out of the paint.
Here he comes on Zackery to the baseline and punched away by Bickerstaff. With Quinten Post, BC is a much better offensive team. No surprise, without him, it's dicey.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, too, defensively, obviously having the 7-footer to anchor your defense on the back end and rebounding has been huge for Boston College.
The inbound by Mike James. And Prince Alibe, the beneficiary, coast to coast. And he misses the lay-in. Prince Alibe, a golden chance to cut the deficit to 4, but it's 6 at halftime.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity to close out the half.
After Post return.
Yeah, Makai Ashton-Langford, though, you take a look at his numbers, 15-point. Kenny Payne, though, right on. I think, look, they must take care of the ball, Louisville. for Boston College. Don't settle for jumpers to start off this second half. Try to get the ball in the paint, get higher percentage shots.
Eagles with their original starting five, Ashton-Langford and Zackery in the backcourt. DeMar Langford joins them, and he takes the three to start off the second half. He had a quiet first half.
Well, what do we know? 1 of 11 in the first half to start off and knock down a three. But you'll live with that one, though, if you're Earl Grant. It's off a pretty good ball movement, and he's wide open in the corner.
Ellis for three. His second miss from distance tonight. Here comes Ashton-Langford to his brother DeMar, and they're from Worcester, Mass. Prince Aligbe with the three. Too strong, and you're shaking your head.
Well, I think right now, Earl Grant, I'm mimicking what he's doing. He's telling his guys, look, in that situation, play the percentages. That has not been in your favor, shooting the three.
Good job walling off the post by Post. Ashton-Langford out of control, but the put in by Jaeden Zackery. A good follow by Zackery.
And Kenny Payne now shaking his head. Something that they did well in the first half. Louisville, transition D. That time, a great second effort by Jaeden Zackery, picking up the miss from Makai Ashton-Langford.
Zackery only has 3 points. And that's an offensive foul. Officiating crew, Ron Groover, Pat Driscoll, and Tommy Montgomery. Foul on Sidney Curry, but here's the BC hoop, and good hustle by Zackery.
And I like, though, again, a little out of control by Makai Ashton-Langford, but the idea is what Earl Grant wants. Try to push the pace when you get opportunities and then get the ball into the paint.
Second foul on Curry. Louisville has led for more than 17 minutes. Zackery goes out of bounds off the Cards. BC likes to move the ball from side to side. Deliberate passing, but effective passing, says Earl Grant. Be careful with it. Their turnovers have been down their last 5 games.
Well, I think the biggest thing for both these coaches, they preached it and shoot around. Try to be patient on offense.
And good look for Zackery. Didn't go down. Rebound by the Cards, and Kamari lands. Here's Ellis, nifty dribbling, putting on a clinic. Lands on Ashton-Langford in contact. Pat Driscoll calls the foul. Second on Ashton-Langford. He was tenacious.
Well, I think he got him on the arm. Let's see. Yeah, hard to tell from that, but yeah, certainly deflected. It looked like he got a piece of his arm. Referee in a pretty good position to take a look at that, and that's the key thing. And when you speak with these officiating crews, it's all about their position. And Quinten Post going over. I think he's got some blood. The referee's going to ask him to wipe that off.
And he's had trouble since about the 10-minute mark of the first half after he got hit in the face. But to his credit, he's out there playing. You said it would be difficult to play with a mask. You tried it for a minute.
Again, technology back in the early 90s. The masks weren't as light, and they certainly did not look like that.
See, if you would design one, you'd probably be the next, billionaire. I don't know if you'd be sitting here next to me. Let me put it that way.
All right, now, though, Kenny Payne is changing up the defense again, extending their pressure. And now it looks like they're going to try to drop back into zone.
Kelly. And Chaz Kelly, backup point guard from Houston. Playing off guard now. There's a good shot from the corner. Jalen Withers, not usually his game, but he still hits it. Three-pointer for Jalen Withers, whose father, Curtis Withers, played at Charlotte. And a long career overseas. Prince Aligbe to Chaz Kelly. And Eagles stepped out of bounds. A turnover. First turnover since 7:18 remained in the first half for BC.
And Louisville, they've not turned it over. They're getting some pretty good looks. Withers in conference play pretty good from the three-point line, 42%. And a breakdown by Boston College. Again, nice cross-court pass on that last offensive possession for Louisville.
Ellis, outstanding in the paint for Kamari Lands. Eagles playing an amoeba zone, punched away by Kelly. Here he comes. Can he convert? Oh my goodness, he blew the layup. Zackery with a board, and he gets flustered from behind. Empty possession after Mike James punched the ball out of bounds, but BC's missed a plethora of layups throughout the year.
Yeah, they've missed some opportunities to close out the half right here, though. Pretty good help defense. Nice Euro step by the freshman, but again, missed. That's a missed opportunity. But again, on the offensive glass, Jaeden Zackery.
They played that amoeba zone, Malcolm, against Duke. They lost to Duke here at Connie Forum by a point, 65-64. They call it a swarming zone defense. It's not a traditional zone defense. And they're checking to see if the shot was at the rim for the moment. But maybe it's a good changeup by Earl Grant to use that type of defense as Kelly missed the lay-in.
Well, the reason why they're going to zone, I think it's to the problem of keeping Ellis out of the lane. They've had some issues keeping the ball out of the paint off the bounce. I think that's a pretty good move by Earl Grant. Try to go to zone or at least put guys in front of them.
And a good change up there to get the ball to Quinten Post. 4-point lead for the Cards. That's 10 for the 7-footer from Amsterdam. Sidney Curry. Back to Ellis. BC's missed 6 of its last 8 shots. Drive. James, he was a big boy on the baseline.
And that's been the problem for Boston College right now. Again, that's just a blow by a guy getting into the paint. You can't open up so much on your closeouts. But James and Ellis, they've been in the lane pretty much all game. And that's been problematic for Boston College, keeping them out of the paint.
Mason Madsen has made 6 of his last 15 three-pointers, and that's what they brought him to BC for Cincinnati. Prince Alibe on Withers, and that was pretty. Prince Alibe, a new arsenal.
Well, that's a tough contested two. Not bad defense. That's just a pretty tough turnaround jumper.
Freshman from Minneapolis who played high school ball with Chet Holmgren and Jalen Suggs. Ellis, the take on Zackery, skip pass, 3 for James. What else is new? He has 15 points. He's made 3 of 4 triples.
And what a read by Ellis. Unselfish play again. Boston College trying to keep him out of the paint. He draws 3 defenders and then makes a beautiful cross-court pass.
Post maneuvering, awkward, and out. Didn't start well. It seemed like he lost his footing. Spin by Ellis, and a foul on Makai Ashton-Langford.
And Mike James right here, straight line drive.
Addition in Louisville, and Kenny Payne says, I value that. I know what we need to do. It's just a matter of executing it, and the players giving him a buy-in. He wants them to be very prideful of the fact they put on the Louisville uniform.
And I salute all those that came before, paving the way for guys like Kenny Payne. He understands that history. So thankful for what they did, and certainly the tradition that is Louisville basketball. He knows what it means. And certainly he is trying to get them back to that place.
They just need a spark. This is the type of game where we said, you know what, we just need building blocks. We need to start getting us some more confidence in ACC play. And clearly, throughout the night, they've led for most of the game. They've established that at this point.
Well, I think their backcourt, Ellis, again, one of the top scorers, and he's a guy that can create for himself. I've been impressed with some of the reads he's made. But Kenny Payne, again, back to his theme, he really repeated it multiple times when we talked with him this afternoon. He said, look, it's simple. We have to cut down on the turnovers.
And their turnovers are at 11. They average 16. Jaeden Zackery, points for him at 4. He's averaging in double figures, but when he scores 16 or more, BC's 4-0. And a stoppage. Coaching box violation by Kenny Payne. As Louisville inbound. Earl Grant has watched his defense give up any easy buckets to Louisville as they are shooting 58%, some not so easy. And here's a 3 off the mark by Traynor. Eagles with DeMar Langford, Jaeden Zackery, Quinten Post, Mason Matson, and Prince Alibe in the post, and he's fouled. Triple teamed, and he picks up contact.
And nice high-low action that time. Quinten Post recognizing there was a high-low. That's a nice post-entry pass, nice touch by Quinten Post, and that's much better spacing and recognition by Boston College.
That's the 3rd foul on Jalen Withers. With the League Bay at the line. League Bay injury plagued. He's played 15 games. Saturdays are for college basketball on ACCN and the ESPN app. This week we have a quadruple header starting at 1 Eastern. NC State, Wake Forest. Then Kyle Filipowski leads Duke against Georgia Tech, followed by Hunter Tyson and number 19 Clemson. They are number 1 in the ACC, taking on Florida State. Days capped off by Syracuse and Virginia Tech. Should be a fantastic afternoon and evening of hoops on ACC Network. So a couple at the line. BC trailing by 4. It's only been 3 lead changes. Game's been tied for 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Sidney Curry boosted them with offense in the first half and out of bounds off of the Cards.
Well, that's not a bad look for Louisville. Nice little set play. They got Curry really 2 feet in the paint. He just missed the little jump hook.
Curry had 6 first half points. Zackery. Post coming off a game where he hit 4 of 5 threes at Notre Dame. The fadeaway, and he'll go to the line.
And if I'm Boston College, I'm going back to more of this. The previous play, they got a high-low with the League Bay in the post. And then this second time, they get Quinten Post isolated on the wing, let him try to work his way back down low in the paint, the theme, and you could tell Earl Grant wants his guys to get the ball in the paint, and this right here, really a turning point in that first half. Inadvertent elbow, and he had to go out of the game, and now he's wearing the mask.
2-point ball game. BC has made 5 straight free throws. Miller, backup point guard, and a steal by Matson. Here comes the Eagles. Mason Matson feeling it to Post for 3, and they got the lead. Quinten Post, first lead since they were up 4-3 in the early stages of the game, and that says it all.
Well, his last 2 games, he's been averaging 23 points per game, 7-footer, showing off the reins. Boston College now with their first lead.
Men's college basketball on ACC Network Sunday.
Well, Boston College takes its first lead since the score was 4-3 right here. Nice recovery. Poor post entry pass, and then on the other end, Quinten Post continuing his hot streak for Boston College, scoring
7 of their last 10 points. He's Malcolm Huckabee. I'm John Perrell, producer Russ Kent, director Mike Baker. Outstanding crew. A three-pointer by Ellis and a rebound by Quinten Post. Why has Louisville suffered some breakdowns?
Well, that right there, that's a wide open look. Jaeden Zackery slipped. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to take him out of the game. They may have to call timeout. He took a really hard fall.
Here's Post maneuvering on Curry. And a foul. That's going to be on Sidney Curry, and that will take us to a timeout. BC with a 1-point lead over the Cards in Chestnut Hill. Pritchard showing off his arm, throwing some hot dogs into the stands as he is enjoying the action at Connie Forum. Good form by Peyton Pritchard. As the Celtics will play the Knicks tomorrow night. Earlier we saw R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and Julius Randle of New York, and 4 one-point losses this season by Louisville. Incredible stretch, Malcolm. That's the most team that has had that in the ACC since Georgia Tech 8 years ago.
Yeah, and it's I think they're getting close. Certainly, shot selection is something also Kenny Payne talked about. Some of the unforced turnovers and then breakdowns defensively. On the road, let's see how they close this one out.
Yeah, Louisville led by as many as 12 points in the first half. BC has clawed back in and taken the lead. Eagles have had 97 seconds of lead time, and there's a three to tie it up. Good shot by Traynor, who's been quiet. First bucket of the game.
And that's great patience. That's something that Louisville has lacked in some of these losses, their response when they get down late in these games. That was great patience. Ball moved left to right, and now they go to their zone. I think this is a good changeup by Kenny Payne. Let's see if they can keep Boston College out of the paint.
Post finding some room, but an offensive foul. Foul on Quinten Post, his first.
And again, not bad. Right here, Post has got to let that one fly. And that's pretty good team defense. But again, off that little bounce pass right there, Post is wide open as you take a look at Louisville foul trouble. Ellis with 3, Withers and Curry each with 3 as well.
Ashton-Langford for the Eagles has 3. He's on the floor with his brother DeMar Langford, Jaeden Zackery in the backcourt, Quinten Post and Prince Alibe in the front court. Here's Kamari Lands, freshman they think has a really bright future. Still learning, trying to get his offensive game in sync. Waning stages of the shot clock, and a travel on Ellis. And it looks like he suffered an injury as well. He's had trouble with an ankle in the past. He goes down.
Certainly hope that young man is all right.
What a key player he is for Kenny Payne's Cards. He has 15 points and 4 assists in 27 minutes.
And again, pretty good individual defense this time. And yeah, he just really dragged his foot right there, and it looked like it just rolled over, gave out on him. And it didn't stop. Yeah, right there. So again, let's hope that he's able to not be out for a long time. And be able to get back in this game. He's so important to what they want to do.
Also plays 36 minutes per game. Quarterback goes down. It's problematic. 13 turnovers for the Cards. They average 16. Minus 4.1 assist turnover ratio. a large part of why they're 2-17. They've lost 8 in a row. Haven't won since beating Florida A&M December 14th. Alibe. Good idea, but an errant shot.
Yeah, and again, the zone has given them problems. That time, again, another contested jumper. And that's exactly what you want when you go zone.
They try to go to the low post, and the Eagles fit to the cause to punch it out of bounds. Here's our women's college basketball quadruple header on Sunday. Louisville, Syracuse is at noon Eastern. Then the 16th ranked Blue Devils take on Florida State, followed by the 15th ranked Tar Heels in Clemson at 4. And to cap the day, it's number 12 Virginia Tech in Virginia. Should be another fantastic afternoon of hoops on ACCN and the ESPN app. Inbound by James. Look out, and the dunk by Trainer. He adjusted. He had trouble initially.
Yeah, Boston College took away the initial cut as Ellis comes back into the game. So that's certainly a great sight for Louisville. Again, a breakdown by Boston College. A nice out-of-bounds underneath play by Louisville, and patience.
Guards have been outscored in the second half, 19-15. Zackery at 3. Got it. Jaeden Zackery needs to increase his offensive production. Good way to start.
Yeah, and that's a nice cross-court pass by T.J. Bickerstaff. Better ball movement by Boston College.
First 3 of the game for Zackery. Eagles' 4th 3 in 16 attempts. Screen thrown by Wheeler, who's in the game for the first time for Louisville. Ellis needs a timeout. He was hounded by Jaeden Zackery. And Ellis is talking to Wheeler and unhappy with those developments. So we'll take a 30-second timeout. It's nip and tuck at County Forum.
Hi, I'm Shannon Storms-Bedore. When we started selling my health products online, our shipping process was painfully slow. Then we found ShipStation. Now we're shipping out orders 5 times faster. And thanks to ShipStation's discounted rates, we're saving a ton. Honestly, we couldn't do it without ShipStation.
Join over 100,000 online sellers who get ship done with ShipStation. Go to shipstation.com/TV and get 2 months free.
Oh, Boston College back on top after the Jaeden Zackery 3 right here. A nice cross-court pass by T.J. Bickerstaff, and that's the area where Boston College has struggled throughout the season and in this game. That's their 4th 3, and it was a big one off, again, some pretty good ball movement.
And there's a steal. Turnovers hinder the Cards' cause. Zackery takes the 3 and makes the 3. Good look, and he took advantage. The Eagles have made 5 of their last 7 field goals. A trap and a foul. They got Post. Is that questionable?
No, Earl Grant really said there's no need for it. All right, now you have him right there. Don't bail him out with the foul. Louisville's been struggling the last few possessions offensively. Right here again, you have the trap, and then they go for the steal. That's right in front of the ref. Just keep him right there. That's what Earl Grant is saying. Just keep him right there. No need to try to go.
And there's a steal by Post to Zackery to Post. And he gets fouled. They changed the foul to Makai Ashton-Langford. That's his 4th moments ago. It wasn't on Post. So that's 4 on Ashton-Langford. But Post running the floor well, as he has 17 to lead all scorers.
And again, unforced turnover right there. Again, you're trying to inbound the ball. Heads up play, Jaeden Zackery in this last 3 to 4 minute stretch. He's had his hand in on everything. The 2 threes that time, a nice, simple pass. And that's something Kenny Payne talked to his team about, really You heard him over and over and over again in their shoot-around. Make the simple play and take care of the ball.
How does the offense change for the Eagles, who have built their largest lead of the game with Makai Ashton-Langford on the bench?
Well, I think it's about their defense. Really, that's how they've created their offense. Continue to be solid defensively and then try to get out in transition. See if you can get some more turnovers. Louisville right now needs to be patient and then do this right here. Get the ball into the paint.
Zackery denying the ball, and at the baseline, it goes out of bounds. But Jaeden Zackery, 2 straight threes. Yeah, he's feeling it. He'll take it. And the Eagles have they're up by 6. Malcolm Huckabee, 18-5 run in the last 6 minutes. They trail by 7 with 14 minutes left. Post and Zackery have combined for 16 of those 18 points in the run.
Yeah, they've been huge. And right now, for Louisville, Ellis on the bench, with 4 fouls. So this is going to be a key stretch for them.
Curry in the paint, and a foul. That's on Devin McLaughlin, his 3rd in only 7 minutes.
And I like that by Louisville with Quinten Post on the bench. You have a size advantage with this matchup right down low, but they turn it over.
Here comes Zackery, 1-on-3, and he smartly holds. They become careless with the ball in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, missed opportunities. Again, turned over. Now that time, they don't give up points off of it.
BC diving with Louisville. 50-50 win for the Cards. Here comes James, and he's flustered at the rim. Boy, a chance there as Withers won the 50-50 ball. He comes up limping.
Yeah, both teams sloppy. Pretty good. Yeah. Pretty good recovery that time to break up. Looked like it was going to be a uncontested 2.
It's getting chippy again. We saw some of this in the first half. Ron Groover trying to play mediator. The foul was on TJ Bickerstaff, his 2nd. Bickerstaff and McLaughlin, rebounding duo for the Eagles off the bench. They've only played a combined 19 minutes. Fadeaway 3, Withers, that was special. Jalen Withers helping the Cards cause.
And that's tough. Contested 3, beautiful out of bounds underneath. You know, sometimes you can play pretty good D. And that's just a tough, deep contested 3. And Louisville back into their zone. I think this has been probably their best defense when they've gone to this. It's forced Boston College into some contested jumpers.
Why does BC get flummoxed by it? Here's a throwaway. Zackery a tie-up and a jump ball. Possession towards Louisville, but Withers a contested 3, and he still made it.
And conference play, he's over 40% from 3. Look, they're there on the catch, Boston College. He just raised up. Beautiful form on that one off a nice set play. And now Earl Grant gets Quinten Post back into the game.
Oh, with 9 threes, they only average 6 per game. They're 9 for 17. Lands. Baseline drive, the up fake. Withers. And out of bounds off BC. BC's doing a good job collapsing, though, on defense in the post mount.
Yeah, well, they got a break there, though. Quinten Post got beat off the bounce right here. Again, nice little head fake. And then quick first step.
Mike James has been quiet in the second half. He does have 15. Sidney Curry also quiet. He had 6 first half points. That's his first bucket of the second half.
That's great patience and spacing. Beautiful spin move by Curry. A grown man move again. He has provided some nice offense for Kenny Payne. And now they go back into their zone. Let's see how Boston College attacks it.
Great pass. Zackery to McLaughlin. The no look. Man, that was nifty.
And I like the adjustment. Earl Grant that time chose to put Jaeden Zackery at the foul line. And that's a great answer to attacking that zone. Put your guard there.
And an offensive foul. That's on Mike James, his third. The chippiness continues.
Yeah, right here, trying to go off. Yeah, right in front of the referee, and then attacking the zone. Nice pass that time by Langford to Jaeden Zackery at the foul line, and he makes a great read, which led to a layup.
Fourth offensive foul of the game on the Cards. Ashton-Langford on the bench, in foul trouble. A three by Madsen. Kept alive by the industrious offensive rebounder McLaughlin. Devin McLaughlin averages 6 rebounds, and a lot of that is just pure effort. He's an energizing presence for them off the bench.
Yeah, this is great work. Out of the zone, sometimes your assignments are messed up. That's just the individual effort. And now I think the question is, how long does Kenny Payne leave Ellis on the bench?
Post passed up the jumper instead with a higher percentage shot. He was at the elbow open. Back and forth in the second half after Louisville led by 6 at halftime. Curry triple teamed, and it's punched away by Madsen. Turnovers piling up, but a travel on BC. 17 turnovers on the Cardinals. BC has 9.
Again, this is great help side defense. You got 3 guys on them. You come up with the turnover. And that's just the unforced turnover to give it right back.
Withers from the elbow. Yes.
He is so under control. You have to respect his jumper. We talked about the percentage he's shooting. Nice little head fake right into the pull-up jumper from the elbow. He has been impressive offensively for Louisville.
Hunting his shot, too. He's taken 9 shots. He's made 5. Zackery to Madsen. There's a 3 for the Cincinnati transfer. Mason Madsen. His form is impressive.
Well, it's off of a nice dribble drive and kick. 4:17 to go, and Ellis still not in the game for Louisville.
And a steal by Madsen. The bump and the bucket waved off by Ron Groover. The foul was on Kamari Lands. And Madsen will be at the line.
All right, here, dribble, drive, and kick, textbook. Quinten Post with the nice duck that time. That's pretty good offense. And then shooting the gap. Another unforced turnover by Louisville.
These type of moments have created the losing culture this year. You've harped on it the entire game, and no secret, Louisville needs to cut down on turnovers and become more consistent on both ends of the floor. They have 3 turnovers, Malcolm, in the last 90 seconds.
Again, right now, I think still try to get the ball in this guy's hands or try to get something in the paint.
The drive by Withers. And we will take a timeout. Kenny Payne, some pensive moments in the second half. Another close one for his Cards. Can Quinten Post to the Eagles pull it out? The college Eagles have had a good second half. Quinten Post is averaging 21 points per game in his last 3 outings, Malcolm. He had 29 at Notre Dame Saturday. Turnovers a problem for the Cards, but they've been good from long distance, just quiet in the second half.
Yeah, they really have. I think the combo of Mike James and Ellis has been impressive. Mike James really in a 3 to 4 minute stretch in the second half. Really good production for Kenny Payne and Louisville.
James and Ellis with 25 first half points, 5 in the second half. BC And Makai Ashton-Langford, who's back on the floor with 4 fouls. He's been scoreless in the second half after 15 in the first. And now Ellis back in the game, replacing Miller. So they get Ellis back, down by 2, Malcolm. Defensively, how do they stifle BC?
Well, I think this right here, the zone, let's see how Boston College attacks it. Let's see if they put either Makai Ashton-Langford at that high post area or Jaeden Zackery to attack this Louisville zone, which has been effective.
Zackery 3-ball. There it is again. His 3rd in the last 5 minutes.
He has been huge in the second half. For Earl Grant and Boston College, his 3-point shooting.
The hook by Withers. Good counterpunch by the Cards.
He is another guy that has been really good offensively in this game. 16 points, 6 of 11 for the field. And that's a big-time turnaround. A little jump hook off the spin.
Eagles have led for 8 minutes during the game and chalk up another 3-pointer. The big fella with distance in his arsenal. That's a foul on the Eagles. But the threes in the second half, a tale of 2 stories. 7 and 10, that would play.
And Kenny Payne not happy with his team right here. Again, Quinten Post, a guy the last 2 games, he's knocked down threes. He's saying, look, you must know the scouting report. Get out. He is the one guy for Boston College you need to close out on.
Eagles' largest lead matched at 6. Louisville from the foul line, 4 for 6. BC has made 17 trips. They've made 13. Killing some shot clock. Post eyes the 3, and he back rims it. Board for Trainer. Ellis back out to Trainer. Under 2 minutes remaining in regulation, and a punch away by Elite. Zackery. And it's pinned beautifully, but the putback by Ashton-Langford. How do you like that?
Well, that's just a great second effort. A good recovery by Louisville, but Ashton-Langford not giving up on the play.
First points of the half for Makai Ashton-Langford, who joined the 1,000 career point club Saturday in their win at Notre Dame. Ellis. Post corrals it. Eagles impressive, Malcolm, in all facets in the second half.
Well, I think the 3-pointers, they were able.
10-second violation. What happened there?
That's just a really no excuse for that. Again, you got to get it over. You're trying to run clock. And that's certainly a break for Louisville. Boston College not able to get a possession off. A 10-second violation.
Feisty defense from Jaeden Zackery right in front of us on Ellis. He gets it off to Withers. They play a 2-man game with under a minute left. Here's a 3 by James, too strong. Weak side rebound by Withers, but out of bounds. Jalen Withers has been an energizer for them, but BC gets the ball back.
Yeah, right here again. Good hustle. Both guys getting after it. I think they're saying, yeah, Withers had the ball. He was out of bounds, but Kenny Payne certainly could make the argument that he got pushed. But the defense, again, right here, turnover by Louisville, and Boston College out in transition. Good recovery, but Makai Ashton-Langford not giving up on the play and gets a uncontested layup off the block.
Eagles 2-4 in their last 6 games. Trying to win for the 4th time in league play. Zackery completes the touchdown pass. 10-point BC lead, largest of the game on a 7-0 run. Almost another steal by Elite, but Withers Can't convert. Louisville has seen this happen too often, haven't they?
They really have. Again, played about as well as they probably could have in that first half, get a lead. But some breakdowns, again, have come back to haunt them in this second half.
After the foul was on Trainer, his first, Ashton-Langford goes to the line with 17. Every Thursday at 10 Eastern, right after our women's basketball doubleheader, the Nothing But Net crew breaks down the night in the ACC with highlights and analysis of every women's game. Look ahead at the best games on the schedule in the coming week. Coverage you can only get one place, right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. Louisville scoring drought over 2.5 minutes. BC has only missed 2 second-half free throws, 11 out of 13. That snaps the drought by Ellis. Ashton-Langford evading pressure, but they'll have to scoop it up in the backcourt and then get fouled. So the Eagles, intestinal fortitude, carry them. 6-point lead in the first half. They go to the locker room. Earl Grant still feeling confident, and they short things up. They made the necessary adjustments.
And you look at the upcoming schedule for Boston College, certainly this is going to be a tough road for them. They took care of home court. Looks like they're going to come out with the win here. Now they go at Virginia. They come back home. They have Clemson, Syracuse, and then at Virginia Tech. But I think if you look back at this game, Jaeden Zackery in the second half, really he had a stretch where he knocked down 2 threes and then came up with some steals and pushed this thing open for Boston College. Much needed win for them. And if you look at Louisville on the other side, Kenny Payne, still work to do, gotten better, but the turnovers and breakdowns come back to bite them again.
Yeah, the Eagles boosted by outscoring Louisville 46-30 in the second half. They snap a 3-game skid against the Cards, the first one against them since January 2020 year.